Bergie, and welcome to my vintage recipe review. Today we're going to be making hot cross buns. This is the Betty Crocker International Favorites recipe. We're not going to be using it because we live in Albuquerque, New Mexico, where it's very high. So we need to adjust everything for high altitude baking. So I was inspired by Betty, and then I took to Google because, you know, we can. It's Good Friday. Tradition says this is the day you eat a hot cross bun. We're going to eat them today, but you're probably not going to see this video for weeks and weeks, and so it won't actually be relevant and no one will care, but, you know. We're trying. So, hot cross buns, everybody knows what they are. Nobody in America has actually ever tried one, so we're gonna do it. To get started, we need 2.5 cups flour, 2 teaspoons of dry yeast, we need some sugar, 4 eggs, milk, butter, and then this is where I got creative. We don't really like raisins or citron, so we're making a spiced hot cross bun. So it's got cinnamon, nutmeg, vanilla extract, cloves, lemon zest. I saw a recipe that called for orange zest, but we don't have any oranges, so I zested a tangerine. You know, just like everything on this channel, it's probably going to be gross, but I'm trying real hard because I don't want to waste things in this day and age. Ready for some hot cross buns? If everything works. The main recipe that I'm following, and like I said, I'm making some dramatic alterations to it anyway, calls for you to mix in a stand-up mixer with a bread hook. We've lost our bread hook, or I didn't bring it with us from LA or something, so I kneaded it all by hand. Mix it in a bowl, and then if you don't have a bread hook, just get in there, knead it. Get dirty. It's extremely sticky. Probably means I'm doing it wrong, but you know. Knead it until the gluten becomes glutinous. There's a test you can do to check where you tear off a piece and then you pinch it apart, and if it stretches, doesn't break, it stretches, then your gluten is actively glutinous and it's ready to move to the next step. Then you add the butter. Try to get as much of it off your hands as possible. Then you add your spices, and then you put it in a warm place, a warm, moist place. So far the yeast isn't working, so we've had to take up some emergency measures. Again, thanks Google. We had to, I guess our kitchen's kind of cold because it wasn't rising. So we did a trick where you put water in a bowl in the microwave and heat it until it starts to boil, and then quickly stuff the bread in there while it's still steamy, and then let it do its magic in there. Let the little yeasties eat the ingredients and fart and make the dough rise. Isn't bread wonderful? Well, it's been like 3 hours now because we totally messed up and forgot to activate the yeast, so don't do that. Activate your yeast, I guess, which means put it with some warm water, some sugar, let it get all bubbly, smell kind of like beer/bread, and then start the recipe. So now, since I know you're all following along at home, you've done it wrong, stop and do it again. So anyways, to save our hot cross buns, we activated some extra yeast, mixed it in with our dough, added some more flour and added some more cinnamon. So it rose now. 4 hours later, it's twice the size. Ooh, look at that. It's beautiful. A beautiful baby. Onto a lightly floured surface. We're gonna pour it out. 12 equal pieces. Betty, I must say, she put in nothing in her entire treasure trove for if you happen to be at high altitude. And personally, I'm offended. Especially since I found that recipe box in Albuquerque. What were you guys doing? Making terrible recipes. 2, 4, I can do math. And then cut these into approximately thirds. 12. It's a baking sheet. Form into balls. Place 2 to 3 inches apart. That was a real slimy ball. Great, we've made our 12 balls. So once again, things are coming up short in my kitchen. I don't have a paintbrush for food. And we're supposed to do an egg wash. So, creative problem solving. I have my doctorate. I didn't get it in baking. But supposed to beat the egg. How is it not just the white? Did I do this wrong? That should be my catchphrase. And then the audience should say, yes, all together. They're so soft. Soft and fleshy. Balls. Egg wash. On. Now we've got to let them proof. Hopefully it works, and see you in 40 minutes. So they got real big, spreading them out. They are so similar to something, but I'm not going to say, because it's gross, and I'm a lady. We're supposed to egg them again. Who knows why? Probably some godforsaken reason. Worst case scenario is we just have to eat something a little gross, which then they're done that. Into the oven at 350 degrees for 20 to 25 minutes. We're going to make some frosting, which is 2.5 cups of powdered sugar, a little bit of cinnamon, a little bit of vanilla extract, about 2 tablespoons of milk. You just stir this all together. It becomes like a glue almost, and then, but yeah, looks good. Let's taste it. Yum. They're out of the oven. They've completely cooled. So now you put the cross on that bun. 1 a penny, 2 a penny. Let's see if they're worth jack shit. Hey, I would keep eating this on purpose. Yep. I would recommend this. 5 out of 5. Not really, like 3 out of 5, but that's pretty good for Betty. Come on, sweet cheeks. Hot cross buns.
Hot cross buns.
Uh-huh.
Oh.
He hasn't vomited yet, so I'm doing good.
Pretty good.
Ooh, you're supposed to actually, based off of a Facebook group of mostly people in Britain, you're supposed to put a lot of butter on them. I think tomorrow morning we'll put some butter, maybe a little more sugar.
Like, they're pretty good. I just don't know I've read a song about them.
Buns!